Hey guys, Takuyasugi here with a new hero on Korean Lost Saga. This is hero 173, BTS. So this is a premium hero. It's based off a boy band called BTS, a K-pop boy band. He's got it written on his gun, so that makes it pretty cool in my opinion. The slacks kind of leave something to be desired. I think, his socks are showing and stuff. I don't think that's very cool. But whatever. He looks okay. So let's check him out here. So 4 hit basics. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth hit will do a launcher. And by the way, when it comes to BTS's attacks, he has a random chance, it would seem, to get a speed buff. So you can see right there, I'm not getting the speed buff. But if I gradually hit Dev K occasionally, I'll eventually come out ahead with that speed buff, and it'll last a few seconds there. So it's pretty nice when that occurs. It is random, so if you think it's like a certain amount of hits, I've tested that thoroughly. It just comes up randomly. Sometimes 1 hit will trigger it, sometimes 5 hits, but it'll come whenever it wants to come. So basics, you can actually loop these a little bit. You can do several rotations of it if you time it correctly. It pretty much drops on like the 4th rotation pretty much, but you have a lot of options when it comes to that. You can also jump cancel at pretty much any interval except maybe the 3rd. Okay, no, you can jump cancel any part of the basics to go into jump attacks. So, and that'll help your pressure being mix up-ish as well. I like to go into other attacks after a few initial attacks here. Like I'll go into the dash hold D, which we'll get into a little bit later, but you have options. You have plenty of options. So hold D, you'll charge up your sword. It doesn't really take too long to charge. I don't know what this is here. It's quest completed something. But you'll charge up your sword and you'll throw out a little wind beam kind of thing. It'll hit someone several times at a time. Darn it. More quests, and it'll put a marker on them as well. The marker will allow you to use your block button as long as they're marked to teleport to someone. So you can see right there, quick charge. It's going to do pretty much a lot of hits still. It's going to knock them back as well with this business. So it's a pretty decent attack, but the teleport is what really brings the action here. So I'm all the way over here, I can still teleport. So think of like Iljime flowers, but not as limited, and more rewarding in the long run, because you still have that chance to get the passive speed boost off of this attack, and you can teleport to someone to surprise them and stuff. So really cool attack there, really cool attack, like flowers on demand. And it comes out pretty quickly. We'll just go ahead and show it really quickly on a crowd of people as well. You can see it will mark a bunch of these people, and it works pretty interesting when it comes to the teleport. I'm not sure how to test that properly, but it seems like it was like the furthest away right there. That's kind of weird. The teleport also seems to pretty much go behind them every time you teleport. So if you're worried about teleporting in front of them, it'll go behind them. So it's kind of neat. So moving on to the dash attacks here. Dash attacks. Light dash attack is a 4-hitter. The first hit will launch, and the second hits are little gun bullets. And you can cancel. You can let go of the dash attack, and you'll still have time to go into your basics if you would prefer to get something off of that rather than the the 1, 2, 3, 4 guns. But that does launch up pretty high into the air. So if you want to get some safe air juggles from opposing teammates saving their partner, you can do something like that, and it'll get them high up into the air. You have a double jump on the character, by the way. Just getting that out of the way before I forget, which I tend to do. And dash hold D, this one's a fun one as well. You're a little bit vulnerable when this happens, when you throw out your dash hold D. But pretty much, it'll be easy to connect with, and it'll teleport you right to them if it connects and launch them into the air. And this opens up a new air string compared to your normal 4-hit air string. And this will pretty much set you up for doing some nice air combos. So if you get your dash hold D, you gotta do it kind of methodically. You can't do it too fast or you won't get like the full string. So, but you gotta still maintain some speed. Oh, see, I missed it. I missed the air dash portion there. But if you don't do it slow enough, you're not going to get the good follow-ups. Yeah. Close enough. I didn't get the 3rd hit of the air attack there, but we'll get into that in a second. But that's the ideal string for off the whole D dasher, just -1 hit there. But 1 hit. What's 1 hit? Sometimes it doesn't matter. Moving on to the air attacks. Your light air attacks are just pretty much flinchers for each attack. 1, 2, 3. And you also have a gun bullet come out at the end there. And it does seem to do like a mini half feint flinch. I don't know if you could feint off that or not, but that will also hit grounded as well if you were curious about the ground applications of it. It does kind of knock up on the ground. In case you have like a really good teammate who can juggle off little mini bounces, which they can do that sometimes. Your air hold D, however, will be a nice little launcher. Get them very high up into the air, and you'll be able to juggle off that quite easily, so it's a pretty darn good air attack right there. And you also have your air dasher, which is an extremely good pressure tool because it'll get you around. You can double jump off of it. You can still do your hold D attack, so it'll be a really good source of mobility using that air attack there. And you get, like, you know, like I was saying with the air juggle portion, if you can get the air hit to air dasher to go, it'll reset your air attacks. You can only do it one air dash, however, but you know, that'll give you an extra 4 hits usually when it comes to air juggles. So, you know, jump cancel 2, 3, air dasher, missed it, but you know, you get the idea there. It's pretty simple and straightforward. I'm not going to struggle with juggles all day long. He's not that easy to air juggle with. You have to have some really good height behind it and everything, and that'll help you get some stuff going there. So moving on to the defensive properties here. Let's go ahead and check out with our robot buddies. Where are they? There they are. Okay. So you have a deflect on the character. I actually deflected on my first attack there, so that was pretty useful. There we go, there we go, there we go. So you get the idea. You also have a half feint counter with the Trinket Skill. And you also have the helmet, which works as a invulnerability buff, so you cannot be stricken while you have this on. The catch is, if you try to attack, that invulnerability wears off. So, you know, if it's like something to wear out to SD. It's really interesting. It seems kind of OP to me, but let's get into the other skills here. So, all right, so weapon skill. Weapon skill, you'll summon a little rose cloud. Let's go and do this on a crowd of people here. So a rose cloud, it will mark people in the nearby vicinity of you. They will have a little rose bomb with blood bubbles coming out the top, and they will gradually get fainted. So let's check the range here. We'll stand by Def K and see how far this goes. So you can see it has pretty good range, and it doesn't require, you know, direct contact either. So you can see it's pretty nice. If you are up close, however, it will half feint flinch kind of. I don't know if that's a full feint or a half feint flinch. It's very tricky to tell nowadays. But you should be able to go into a dash attack off that pretty quickly because the recovery time on that weapon skill is pretty darn easy, and this will be a good way to get your juggles and stuff going. You know, by the time you're done with your juggles, you should get the explosion, and it should set you up again. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good weapon skill, even though, you know, you can't trigger it early, I don't believe. So moving on to the armor skill. Armor skill, you'll just mark people around you with a little cloud. I know I can't show you the darkness effect of this, but it is on the Koreans video. You pretty much can't see anything but someone adjacent to you. So, you know, it's kind of like Nangin's armor, I believe. Just, you know, kind of in the reverse in a way. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. And you get the little stun feint at the end as well. Pretty simple and straightforward there. I don't think I need to go over anything more with that. And the helmet, again, you're invulnerable while using this. 2 skills. I don't know if you're invulnerable to, like, you know, Bike Dong Su's weapon skill or anything, or, you know, Terra, Earthbreaker, little pools that you would fall through. I don't know if you're invulnerable to those or not, but you are pretty much invulnerable to most skills and attacks. The catch is, once you attack, it's gone. It's gone. Full charge is gone. So moving on to the Trinket Skill. Trinket Skill, you'll stomp down someone, do a little flinch half feint. And if you choose to press your D key after this, it will do a little shockwave, which will carry someone forward a little bit, and then they will get fainted. So this is a pretty nice move here. Let me go ahead and do it on a crowd. I know it's nice to do things on crowds of people, because this is a team kind of game. So you can see it kind of travels a little ways, and will faint people gradually. So not too bad there, not too bad. So yeah, BTS is a pretty fun character, guys. He's got some really dynamic attacks and stuff going on. I think his best attack is probably this dash hold D. The dash hold D definitely takes a little bit of training to do the optimal combos. So if you mash it like this, they're going to be too high for the air dash follow-up. But you know, if you press it methodically, which is very hard to do, you got to do it at the right speed. 1, 2, 3. That looked like it was pretty much the right speed, but it was a little bit fast, so I didn't get the third attack, but I did get extra attacks, and that's what I was looking for. And potentially off that, you can sometimes, you know, get a ground hit as well. So you know, if you want to keep it really simple, just mash and then do the whole D like that and not worry about the air dasher, you can do some ground dash or ground basic attacks off that. So there are options. There are advanced options. There are simple options like that, where you can kind of gradually get a ground hit, but you know, it's all kind of complicated in the end. It's all kind of complicated. One of the better combos I think would be you know, dash attack 1, 2, and then you go. Okay, you could probably actually do, you know, that one's kind of hard. Let me try to do the simpler one. So let's just do 3 hits of that. 2. Still messed up. This guy is harder than what he looks like. 2, 3, and there you go. That's a few nice juggles right there. Or you can do it a little bit more complicated. 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, I messed it up again. Let's go and get his health back because this guy does pretty good damage. So 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. You could do some looping of the dash attacks too if you choose. There's a lot of neat little combo options to him. But my favorite, I think, would be, if I can get it, basics into the dash hold D, and then do some air combos. So I dropped it there, but that's my favorite way, and I think that you get the more hits out of that in the long run as well. But you know, you can integrate this hold D attack as well, which is a great attack to keep on track of someone. It comes out pretty quickly, so you can kind of treat him like a pseudo range character once in a while, and that'll help you get in on characters who play keep away, like, you know, Robin Hood Evo and all that. It's very useful, very useful. And we can check out the you know, the block effect as well from this. So let's see how it works on the iced opponent. If the buff will go away. I don't know why the buff wouldn't go away. Maybe that's a bug where it stays on if you swap characters mid-buff. Because Dev K still has that buff after all this time. That's really strange. Maybe I found a bug there. But yeah, they'll still. It looks like they don't get marked if they block. So you know, keep that in mind that they will not get marked if they're blocking. So that's kind of interesting there. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, but there's a lot of options of this character, guys. You know, I could go on all night long about what he can do for combos. Maybe not all night, but a lot of the night. maybe an hour, but I want to keep it a little bit brief and succinct here today. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I thank you guys again for keeping up the support. I don't know where I'm going off with this tangent again. I haven't done a video in so long, I don't know what I'm talking about. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you next time. Baby, baby, baby. Oh, K-pop. Not a girl's gen, though. He looks like a girl.